Okay friends, now I'm going to talk about the survival kit that I made for my BK2. The idea behind this survival kit is to be some kind of secondary kit, okay, redundant kit to my main kit. Why? Because if I lose my main kit and I don't have it anymore, so I know that on this kit, on this sheet here, I have the minimum, I have the basic items to help me out. Okay. So first we have the ferro rod right here, okay, and then I have these three rubber bands keeping the items together. Inside this little plastic bag, I have fishing line, I have sinkers, I have hooks, and things to help me out with food. So this is good for fishing. I have the rubber bands, which I can use for fire making. They are excellent fire starters. They keep the fire burning longer. Okay, also in this black duct tape wrapped package here, I have a block of magnesium, okay, with a flint. I have one tampon. The reason why I have one tampon here is because it gives me an excellent tinder, and you have a big amount in a very little volume, which is also wrapped in plastic, which helps preventing water from soaking in the whole. Also, I have a little roll of the same rubber material as this one here. Like I said before, excellent fire starter. So with the magnesium block, the flint, the tampon, and the roll of rubber bands here, I can say that I'm pretty good to go with the fire. I have pretty good materials here. I have pretty good materials to help out to start as many fires as I want out there. I also carry a file in this cardboard case. So by using the file, I can put a workable edge there. And after, if I'm staying in the bush for a long time, this should this should be something that would help me out pretty bad. I mean, having a file there to keep your tool, your main tool, usable, workable. Another thing, I have 2 meters of paracord, 550 paracord wrapped here in the notches and holes of the knife, because that should help me with the fire, if I have to, with shelter making, if I have to, with a lot of different activities useful for survival. So this paracord makes another valuable and precious item to carry in your survival kit. And back here I have this tool which I use to access the internal part. I unscrew the the sides of the handle of my knife, and I access the internal cavities that I have here and store some other items here like chlorine, which are the pills we use to purify water. I can store a bunch of those chlorine pills here, maybe a little compass or any other items that I find useful and that can be stored in the internal part of the handle of this knife. It's a very good feature to have on this knife, because you still have a full tang knife with some type of hollow handle which can be used for storing, like I said. And the tool that I use to access the handle cavities is stored in the back of the knife behind the rubber band like this. And like you can see, I got another rubber band here to help me out with fire. So that's it. This whole kit here helps me with fire, can help me with shelter making, helps me keeping my knife workable, putting a decent edge there, workable edge. It helps me with food. It helps me with water too, because I can store the chlorine pills in the handle cavities here. And that's it. That's basically what it does. It doesn't help me with navigation, and it doesn't help me with signaling, but I can always make the fire and throw some green branches on it to make smoke and make some signal if it is necessary. But as a redundant kit, I would say that it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty okay for me so far. As for the knife, as you can probably see there, I squared down, I grounded off the spine of the knife, the back of the knife right here, and I removed some of the coating, the black coating that protected the blade right here and right here. Why? Because then I can use the knife to throw sparks on my ferro rod, and I can also use the back of the knife, the spine of the knife, to make scrapes out of dead wood, dry wood, and using those scrapes I can make fire very easily. I can use those wooden scrapes for tinder. So another change that I want to put here on this blade is I want to change the edge into the convex edge. Actually, I've seen that guy from Japan, uh, Virtuovice, yes, I think that's how you say his YouTube nickname. And he changed the edge on his BK2. He put the convex edge there, and I can tell you guys from what I've seen, it improved the knife's performance a lot. So I do believe that I will be able to get the same results here if I change the edge of my knife into the convex edge. So that's it. I hope you like, you know, the modifications I've made so far and the new survival kit that I've got for my knife. Like I said, if you want to add any comments, make any suggestions, please feel free to do so, guys. This was Juliano Taniolo from Brazil. I'll see you in the boonies.